The Bahariya formation lies in Egypt's western desert, within the Bahariya Oasis approximately 340 kilometers southwest of Cairo, and preserves sedimentary sequences from the early Cenomanian stage of the late Cretaceous, around 100 million years ago. Its geological layers comprise sandstone, siltstone, and mudstone, deposited across fluvial, shoreline and shallow marine settings under fluctuating sea levels. This dynamic depositional environment fostered a mosaic of ecosystems, including river deltas, estuarine marshes and tidal flats rimmed by palm-like seed ferns. The climate was warm, with repeated occurrences of paleo-wildfires, as evidenced by macrocharcoal layers derived from abundant ferns, hinting at seasonal dryness. It has yielded a spectacular diversity of fossils, giant theropods like Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus, titanosaur sauropods, as well as lungfish, turtles, crocodilians, sharks and marine reptiles. The formation's exceptional productivity makes it one of Africa's most fossiliferous Cretaceous deposits, offering rare glimpses into both land and aquatic ecosystems. Beyond classic discoveries, modern expeditions continue to unveil new remains such as the first abelisaurid dinosaur in this region, underscoring its ongoing scientific importance. This formation is a window into a richly interwoven Cretaceous world, where rivers met seas, forests burned under sunlit skies, and some of Earth's most extraordinary creatures roamed. In this ecosystem, richly fossiliferous layers yield abundant ostracods and bivalves, their shells recording the shifting salinity and coastal influence of Cretaceous waterways. These nutrient-rich, ecologically complex habitats supported an extraordinary diversity of fishes, ranging from small schooling species to giant predators that patrolled the ancient channels and nearshore waters. Schizorhiza was a sclerorhynchoid ray distinguished by a broad rostrum lined with over 1,800 tightly packed denticles, creating sharp cutting edges along both sides. Its unique denticle replacement system allowed continuous renewal from the rostrum's tip. In the Bahariya waterways, this slasher ray likely swept its rostrum through fish shoals or soft-bodied prey, hunting with precision in the turbid, vegetation-rich channels. Fossils of Squatina, an angel shark genus still found in modern seas, reveal that these ambush predators were already well adapted to a benthic lifestyle in the Cretaceous Bahariya ecosystem. With flattened bodies and broad pectoral fins, they likely lay partially buried in sediment, striking upward at passing fish or invertebrates with sudden bursts of speed. Their presence in the formation indicates a seabed rich in concealment opportunities and a diverse prey base, underscoring the ecological complexity of these ancient coastal waters. Onchopristis was a large sclerorhynchoid ray, with some individuals estimated to reach over 5 meters in length. Its most striking feature was an elongated, dorsoventrally flattened rostrum, widest at the base and tapering toward the tip, armed with laterally projecting denticles, some as long as 7 centimeters, each bearing distinctive rear-facing barbs. This saw-like weapon, formed of prismatic cartilage blocks and sheathed in fibrous cartilage with mineralized ridges, was in constant renewal, shedding and replacing denticles as it aged. The morphology suggests a powerful slashing and stirring tool, used to disorient or wound prey in shallow, sediment-rich channels of this ecosystem. Its remains have been found in direct association with Spinosaurus jaws, providing rare, unequivocal evidence that the giant theropod preyed on these formidable rays. In life, Onchopristis would have been both predator and prey, an armored, saw-wielding inhabitant of Egypt's Cretaceous waterways, perfectly adapted to the dynamic interface between river and sea. Aegyptobatus, known mostly from isolated teeth, belongs to the Hybodontiform, so despite its Batus name it is closer to sharks than to true rays. Ecologically, it was likely a small to medium, bottom-foraging hybodont, adding a shark lineage element to Bahariya's diverse fish fauna and highlighting how these Cretaceous waterways blended freshwater and coastal influences. Fossils of Rhinoptera, the cow-nose rays, show that this Durophagus lineage, still thriving in today's tropical and subtropical seas, was already present in the Cretaceous. With broad, wing-like pectoral fins and a distinctive, upturned head, it would have cruised above the sandy or muddy bottom, using powerful dental plates to crush mollusks and crustaceans. Its presence suggests shallow, well-lit feeding grounds rich in benthic invertebrates, likely along the estuarine and nearshore margins of the ancient Tethys. In these warm, nutrient-laden waters, it would have been an important link between invertebrate productivity and larger predators. Asteracanthus was one of the largest hybodontiform sharks, reaching around 3 meters in length, with high-crowned, multicusped teeth adapted for grasping and lateral teeth suited for crushing. Likely an epibenthic hunter in open marine settings, it fed on a broad spectrum of prey, from hard-shelled mollusks and crustaceans to soft-bodied cephalopods, while also scavenging when the opportunity arose. Its presence in the Bahariya ecosystem would have added a slow-moving but formidable mid-tier predator to the coastal food web. Cretolamna was a medium to large lamniform shark, streamlined for speed with a compact, fusiform body and semilunate tail, making it a capable predator in the open waters of the Cretaceous Tethys. Its broad-cusped, razor-edged teeth with paired lateral cusplets reveal a generalist diet, from bony fish and squid to turtles, other sharks, and even marine reptiles, suggesting both active predation and opportunistic scavenging. Its presence points to a thriving pelagic food web where fast, warm-blooded hunters patrolled above the rich coastal shallows. Haimirichia was a mackerel shark, known from exceptional fossils in Morocco that prompted its placement in a new genus and family, the Haimirichidae. Its teeth and head morphology suggest a hunting style akin to modern white-tip reef sharks, patrolling reefs or coastal shallows in search of fish and cephalopods. Microscopic analysis of its dermal denticles indicates an adaptation for electroreception, giving it a sensory edge in the dynamic, predator-rich waters of the Cretaceous Tethys. Squalicorax, the crow shark, was a medium-sized lamniform with a global presence in late Cretaceous seas, ranging from about 2 to over 4.5 meters in length. Its sleek, reef shark-like body and serrated, curved teeth, resembling those of a modern tiger shark, made it a versatile hunter capable of slicing through flesh and bone. Fossil evidence reveals a varied diet that included fish, turtles, and even the occasional scavenging of terrestrial dinosaurs swept out to sea. Bite marks on pterosaur bones hint at opportunistic feeding, whether on weakened animals at the water's surface or carcasses adrift. Squalicorax would have been a bold and adaptable predator, blurring the line between hunter and scavenger in the warm, predator-rich shallows of the Tethys. Cretodus was a robust predator, some species reaching estimated lengths of over 7 meters, with a wide head and powerful jaws suited for tackling large prey. Fossil evidence from Italy indicates a specialization in hunting sizable marine turtles, while other specimens suggest it also preyed on sharks, making it a formidable presence in the Cretaceous seas. In the Bahariya environment, such an offshore hunter would have complemented the nearshore predators, its role helping to maintain ecological balance through resource partitioning in the diverse Tethyan ecosystem. From the brackish estuaries where great rivers met the Tethys to the sunlit shallows beyond, the Bahariya seas teemed with life, from swift cartilaginous hunters to glittering schools of bony fish, each woven into the pulse of this deltaic world. Retodus was a large lungfish whose fossils are known from freshwater deposits in Egypt's Bahariya Formation, as well as Algeria and Niger, indicating a broad distribution across North Africa's ancient river systems. Its tooth plates, marked by 4 transverse ridges with rounded crests and a distinctive reticulated pattern of ridges and hollows, reveal adaptations for crushing hard-shelled prey such as mollusks or crustaceans. As a long-lived resident of floodplains and deltas, Retodus would have been a key benthic feeder in the freshwater channels feeding the tethys. Bawitius was a colossal polypterid, estimated to reach up to 3 meters in length, vastly outsizing its modern relatives in both body and scale dimensions. Its distinctive skeletal and scale morphology, including a high, narrow ectopterygoid and unusually large rectilinear scales with a discontinuous ganoan layer, marks it as a genus apart from Polypterus. As a giant, likely slow-moving predator or opportunistic feeder in the deltaic waters, Bawitius underscores the remarkable diversity of polypterids, sharing its habitat with both marine incursions and freshwater specialists. Mawsonia was a giant coelacanth inhabiting freshwater and brackish systems, with some individuals exceeding 4 m in length. Its 6 fins, paired and unpaired, gave it exceptional maneuverability, while the interior of its mouth was lined not with teeth but with fine denticles, possibly suited for crushing shelled prey or aiding in suction feeding. Fossils span a wide geographic range, from Brazil to North and Central Africa, and even as far as Texas, reflecting its adaptability to varied continental water systems. In the Bahariya Delta, Mawsonia would have been a slow but imposing presence, occupying a top-tier niche in the freshwater, brackish food web. Its long evolutionary lineage, shared with living coelacanth, makes it a remarkable survivor of an ancient fish clade, bridging past and present in the story of vertebrate life. Enchodus was a sleek, predatory fish distinguished by its prominent fangs, some over 6 centimeters long, earning it the nickname saber-toothed herring, despite being unrelated to herrings. Its large eyes and streamlined body suggest it was a fast, agile hunter, likely pursuing smaller fish in the well-lit coastal and deltaic waters of the Bahariya ecosystem. Though an active predator, it frequently fell prey to larger hunters, its remains appearing in the stomach contents of sharks, marine reptiles, and seabirds. Paranogmius was a massive plethodid fish, likely reaching up to 3 meters in length and possessing a streamlined, fusiform body with a tall dorsal fin. Known only from 2 partial skulls and several vertebrae, tragically lost during World War II, it showed a broad snout and chewing plates, suggesting a diet that may have included hard-shelled prey. Its size and build imply it was a dominant presence in the mid-water zones of the Bahariya Delta, sharing space with other large predators of the Cretaceous tethys. Coelodus was a pycnodont fish, part of a lineage specialized for durophagy, with pavement-like teeth adapted to crush mollusks and crustaceans in coastal and possibly freshwater environments. Fragmentary dental remains attributed to this genus have been reported from the Bahariya Formation, suggesting it was part of the rich nearshore fauna where rivers met the tethys. Its robust dentition and likely deep, laterally compressed body would have made it an efficient forager among the reefs, estuarine channels, and vegetated shallows of Cretaceous Egypt. Simoliophis was a pachyostotic marine snake of the late Cretaceous, its dense, robust vertebrae and ribs adapted for slow, stable swimming in shallow coastal waters. Fossils from North Africa and Europe reveal a snake capable of prolonged dives, likely ambushing prey along the seafloor rather than pursuing it in open water. Its discovery in formations like Bahariya provides rare insight into early snake evolution and the repeated adaptation of squamates to marine life during the Cretaceous. Apertotemporalis was a bothramidid turtle, known only from a fragmentary skull described by Ernst Stromer in 1934 and later destroyed during World War II. As a member of Bothromydidae, it was likely adapted to aquatic life in freshwater or brackish environments, possibly inhabiting the deltaic channels and lagoons connected to the tethys. Leptocleidus was a small plesiosaur with a triangular skull, a nasal crest and a jaw lined with dozens of sharp teeth, 21 in each maxilla and about 35 per side of the mandible, adapted for grasping slippery prey. Unlike its fully marine relatives, it frequented shallow lagoons and brackish river mouths, possibly as a strategy to avoid larger marine predators. Its anatomy, including single-headed cervical ribs and deep depressions in the neck vertebrae, reflects adaptations distinct from pliosaurids. While Egyptian remains once attributed to Leptocleidus are now considered indeterminate polycotylids, their presence still points to plesiosaurs exploiting the freshwater, marine interface in this ecosystem. From the shifting riverbanks to the sun-warmed lagoons, the Bahariya Delta teemed with an extraordinary diversity of crocodilians, marking the threshold between its aquatic realm and the life-rich floodplains beyond. Libycosuchus was a small, short-snout crocodiliform, adapted to a primarily terrestrial lifestyle rather than an aquatic one. As a member of the unique family Libycosuchidae, it likely fed on small vertebrates and invertebrates along the floodplains, filling a niche distinct from the giant, fish-eating crocodilians of its time. Its survival in the fossil record, unlike many of Stromer's Bahariya discoveries lost in World War II, provides a rare and valuable glimpse into the diversity and ecological partitioning of crocodiliforms in Cretaceous North Africa. Stomatosuchus was a colossal crocodiliform of the Bahariya wetlands, stretching nearly 10 meters in length and crowned with an extraordinary, flattened skull over 2 meters long. Its upper jaws bore rows of small conical teeth, while the lower jaw may have been toothless, supporting a vast, pelican-like pouch capable of scooping fish and small sharks from the shallows. This feeding strategy, unparalleled among known crocodilians, would have made it a slow-moving but efficient harvester of aquatic life in the delta's quiet backwaters. The marshy lowlands it inhabited were a mosaic of channels, reed beds and seasonal pools, prime hunting grounds for an animal of such unusual design. Though its remains were lost during World War II, Stomatosuchus survives in Stromer's meticulous descriptions, offering a tantalizing glimpse of one of prehistory's strangest predators. Aegyptosuchus was a smaller Eusuchian crocodiliform, yet still quite big for its modern relatives, belonging to the rare family Aegyptosuchidae. Likely inhabiting the calmer channels and lagoons of the delta, it would have preyed on fish, amphibians, and small vertebrates, occupying a niche distinct from the larger, more specialized crocodilians of its time. Its close evolutionary relationship to the ancestors of modern crocodiles makes it an important piece in understanding the early diversification of Eusuchia in Cretaceous Africa. Aegyptosaurus was a mid-sized titanosaur sauropod straddling the early, late Cretaceous boundary, its long neck and tail adapted for browsing high vegetation along the Bahariya floodplains. Known only from Stromer's pre-war descriptions, it remains an elusive but important representative of North Africa's sauropod diversity. In life, adults would have faced few threats beyond the largest theropods, while juveniles were likely vulnerable to predators such as Deltadromeus or Carcharodontosaurus. Its presence alongside these apex carnivores, as well as the colossal Spinosaurus, paints a vivid picture of a dynamic and predator-rich Cretaceous ecosystem. Paralititan was the undisputed giant of the formation, a colossal titanosaur whose sheer size dwarfed most other dinosaurs of its time. Known primarily from massive limb bones, including a humorous 1.70 meters long, it has been estimated at lengths between 20 and 32 meters and weights ranging from 30 to over 70 tons, depending on the model used. Its name, meaning tidal giant, reflects the deltaic environment it inhabited, where lush vegetation along riverbanks would have provided ample food for such a massive herbivore. Compared to the smaller Aegyptosaurus, it possessed distinct skeletal traits, such as a longer deltopectoral crest on the humerus and possibly the absence of pleurocoels in its anterior tail vertebrae. This titanic sauropod would have been largely unchallenged by predators, though its young may have been vulnerable to large theropods. Its remains add to the picture of Bahariya as a habitat capable of supporting some of the largest land animals ever to live. The presence of Paralititan alongside giant carnivores and diverse aquatic life underscores the extraordinary productivity of this Cretaceous delta ecosystem. Deltadromeus was a long-limbed abelisauroid theropod, notable for its gracile build and potential top speed despite its considerable size, with some specimens suggesting lengths of up to 12 meters. Its exact relationship to the contemporaneous Bahariasaurus has been debated for decades, with recent analyses proposing that the two may represent the same species at different growth stages. Whether hunting small to medium prey or exploiting other food sources, its morphology points to a role distinct from the massive apex predators of the ecosystem. Bahariasaurus was a massive theropod, estimated at 11 meters in length and rivaling Tyrannosaurus rex in size, though it is known only from postcranial remains. If its proposed placement within Abelisauroidea is correct, it may have occupied an ecological role distinct from the strictly carnivorous apex predators, potentially reducing competition through niche partitioning. Its presence alongside Spinosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, and other giants underscores the extraordinary diversity and specialization of large predators in Cretaceous North Africa. Tamaroraptor was a large Carcharodontosaurid predator from the Bahariya Formation, reaching lengths of around 8 meters and armed with thin, blade-like teeth ideal for slicing through flesh. Known from a partial skeleton collected by Stromer's team in 1914 and destroyed during World War II, it was only recently reclassified from Carcharodontosaurus after detailed study of archival photographs. Its recognition as a distinct genus underscores the unexpectedly high diversity of giant theropods in mid-Cretaceous North Africa, revealing a predator guild far more complex than once imagined. Carcharodontosaurus was one of the apex predators of this ecosystem, a colossal Carcharodontosaurid theropod rivaling Tyrannosaurus in size, with estimates placing it at 13 meters in length and over 6 tons in mass. Its skull, stretching more than 1.6 meters, housed long, laterally compressed teeth with finely serrated edges, cutting tools designed for slicing through the flesh of massive prey. Unlike the bone-crushing bite of tyrannosaurids, its feeding strategy likely relied on delivering deep, slashing wounds to weaken large herbivores such as Aegyptosaurus. The forelimbs were proportionally small but robust, and its powerful hindlimbs supported a muscular, deep-chested body built for short bursts of speed and stability during attacks. In the Bahariya ecosystem, Carcharodontosaurus shared the predator guild with Spinosaurus and abelisauroid giants, a coexistence made possible through niche partitioning, this species dominating terrestrial hunting while others specialized in aquatic prey or smaller game. Fossil evidence from both Egypt and Morocco shows it was widespread across northern Africa in the mid-Cretaceous, occupying floodplains and river margins where prey was abundant. Its presence in the delta would have been a constant, looming danger to any large animal that strayed from the safety of deeper water or dense vegetation. Even in death, its teeth and bones became part of the fossil-rich tapestry of Bahariya, a reminder of the lethal grace of one of prehistory's most formidable hunters. Erectopus was a medium-sized theropod, about 5 meters long and weighing roughly 300 kilograms, characterized by distinctive limb and ankle anatomy that hints at a lightly built, agile frame. Its slender femur, elongated metatarsals and specialized ankle joints suggest it was adapted for swift pursuit over firm ground. In the Bahariya ecosystem, such a predator would likely have targeted smaller dinosaurs or opportunistically scavenged, filling a niche between the massive apex hunters and the smaller, more specialized carnivores. Spinosaurus remains one of the most enigmatic and debated dinosaurs ever discovered, a predator whose anatomy defies conventional theropod norms. Originally described by Ernst Stromer in 1915 from fossils in the Bahariya Formation, later destroyed in World War II, it has since been resurrected through decades of new discoveries in both Egypt and Morocco. At an estimated length of 16 meters, it may have been the longest predatory dinosaur known, with a narrow, crocodile-like skull lined with conical teeth ideal for gripping slippery prey. Its most iconic feature, the towering neural spines forming a sail along its back, may have been used for display, thermoregulation, or species recognition, though their precise function remains unresolved. Recent finds have revealed a long, deep tail with tall, blade-like neural spines, suggesting powerful lateral undulation for swimming. Combined with dense limb bones for buoyancy control and retracted nostrils, these adaptations strongly support a semi-aquatic lifestyle, making Spinosaurus unique among large theropods. Isotopic analysis of its teeth indicates a diet heavily reliant on aquatic prey, complementing its anatomical specializations. In its ecosystem, it likely hunted in the broad river channels and coastal lagoons, sharing the landscape with equally formidable terrestrial predators like Carcharodontosaurus. Its role as a giant, fish-eating specialist marks it as a striking example of ecological divergence and niche partitioning among Cretaceous megafauna. Even now, with every new fossil, Spinosaurus continues to reshape our understanding of dinosaur diversity, evolution, and the boundaries between land and water in deep time.